ne znam da me neko čuje. Da se čujemo. Ne znam da me neko čuje. Da se čujemo. Ne znam da me neko čuje. Da se čujemo. Ne znam da me neko čuje. Da se čujemo. Hello to everyone. I hope that you hear me, because I don't have any control here. So please, if you can hear me, you can put your answer in the chat box. Please, if you can hear me, you can put your answer in the chat box. Please, if you can hear me, you can put your answer in the chat box. Please, if you can hear me. Okay, now if you hear me, I would like to tell you what's happened in the meantime when I was outside with my dog. So I will show you how precisely I was with the. Just a moment. So as you remember, I predict that the following earthquake will be at 8:06, and the earthquake occurred at 8:04, which is 2 minutes prior to the earthquake that I predict. So in the last 8 hours, I predict over 40 earthquakes exactly in a minute. Okay? So this is now a very special moment, and I would like to explain you What did I find in effect, and how it's possible to predict so precisely the earthquake? Well, let me show you first something, because this is, it's going to shock you, but I have to show you this. Now I will zoom out and I will show you what I did in effect. I turn on all orbits of all comets which are on my comet list. Now look what we got here. I know it sounds crazy, but this is impossible to predict an earthquake anywhere in the world but locally. This is impossible. I mean, impossible to predict anything when the screen is zoom out. So, in effect, very complex and complicated software that I imagine and that I need for predicting the earthquake, in effect, suddenly become very, very simple, because each town or each county could make a software for its local use. And this is the most important, because each town will take care of itself. So if anyone needs to predict an earthquake, it will be predictable only for his town. So we need to divide this world, map of the world, in many, many smaller software, and each one of these software will control certain area. So what does it mean? It means that I will zoom now in to show you that this mess is not mess at all. Now watch this very carefully. I will go back to the Italy, to Maltignano, e Castellangelo sulla Nera, and Accumoli, sorry. Now you see that suddenly all these orbits are disappear, and there's a lot of space in between them, and you now can easily predict the earthquake. So in effect, each orbit that you see it now, when it's crossing the certain coordinates, it means an earthquake. Now, the only bad thing in this model now, for a moment, it's that I cannot predict how powerful the earthquake will be, because I cannot see the angular separation between the comet and the place where the earthquake occurred. I mean the epicenter, because I am dealing now with about 300 or 400 or I don't know 200 comets at once. So what we need now, we need, you see, I can now move this and going, for example, in some other area like my town or I don't know whatsoever. Just a moment, I will zoom a bit like this. And now I will go to the Rijeka. Here is Rijeka. Now, this is very important, because when I zoom in, now we have these orbits of these comets. But look what happens. If I go back and the orbit pass above the Rijeka, there is no earthquake. So how come then in Italy, each orbit passing the affected area, it's an earthquake, and when we move this sector or section to some other place, then we don't have earthquake. So let me tell you something why it's happening. Because the position of the moon is not affecting not only the moon, because I have very deep and reasonable suspect that something is very close to the Italy on the southeast. Probably some celestial body which is not present in the astronomical program. So now we have situation that we got so many earthquakes in the central Italy, which are covered, but each passing of this comet above the affected area. That means that you have to find the link between the orbit of the comet and the angular separation of the moon or some other planet. Sorry. So I don't know if you are hearing me well, and it's so stupid to talk about it and you don't have any answer from the viewers. I have only chat, and you can ask me something. You can ask me something on the chat, and I can give you an answer via audio on the video. So it's much more easier for me to answer in that way instead of typing. So if you want to ask me something about this, I will be glad to answer this question. So now we are we are in a very big trouble, because we can focus only in one certain area. So what we need in effect now, we need a lot of software which will cover complete world. Okay, we need software which will cover the land, not the sea and the islands, because we are not interested for the Pacific Ocean or for Atlantic Ocean. Either this may be even this may be very dangerous because of tsunami. So now we are on a very good path. If you ask me where I am now with this prediction, I can only tell you that today I prove you in the last 8 hours that earthquakes are predictable exactly in a minute. There is a little difference between the earthquake and the prediction, but I must explain you why this is happening. So now imagine that you are flying in an airplane and you are above the New York, for example. In effect, when your airplane is above New York, that doesn't mean that you are in the New York, because you need at least 15 minutes to land. And this time when the airplane is above the New York and time when the airplane is landing, this is the time which is need to be earthquake to be released from the altitude of the orbit of the comet whatsoever and the ground. So this is the hitting time. This 15 minutes that airplane need to land on the airport, it's a 15 minutes that this plasma hit the ground, hit the tectonic plates, and swing this tectonic plates, which cause the earthquake, and then you have this terrible tremor and shaking on the ground. So I don't know what to say more about it. So now now I just realized something very, very interesting. And that is that it's all the matter of the trigonometry. Because in school, when I was in school, in a middle school, in high school, I mean, we learned trigonometry, and sinus, cosinus, tangents, and uh, I was not very good in this time about the mathematics and with mathematics, because the teacher was not suitable for my understanding. So I take how do you say? I take a few hours from one lady who shows me this trigonometry, and I was very good in this. So it's very important when somebody explains you something in a way that you understand it well. So it was not my fault that I was bad before; it was the fault of my teacher. So not anyone can explain you something that you may understand. So in effect, let me tell you something which is what is very, very important, and this is that trigonometry is we said trigonometry. It's a different accent. So trigonometry is the mathematic, let's say, rebus, which gives you, for example, you have two data, and the third data is unknown. And this third data is the epicenter of the earthquake. So you got an angle, you got the distance, and this is the one length on one side of the triangle, and you need this third angle, and this third angle will lead you directly to the epicenter of the earthquake. It's very, very simple. Moon, it's very important in this just a moment. Moon is very important in this matter, because it's I already show you. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm sorry, now you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know, where did you, uh, what did you hear? What did you hear last I've been saying? So I can continue from this part. Can you say, what did you hear last did I say? Please put it in a comment box, in a chat box. What did you hear last me saying? I was talking about the moon, right? Is that what you hear last about the moon, about the phases of the moon? Okay, I will go from the phases of the moon. So a few years ago, I discovered that certain phases of the moon cause very strong earthquakes. So this is a very, very important part, very, very important part for the earthquakes. I was talking about the trigonometry, which is very important role in the calculating the earthquakes, because you have three data that you need to know the epicenter of future epicenter of the earthquake, and this is the sinus, cosinus, and tangents. And when you have two, the third one is the epicenter. So we got the position of the comet, angular separation, for example, moon or some other thing, and then you calculate this with sinus and cosinus, and you get the epicenter. Okay. So now let me tell you something about the earthquake. So the earthquake, we have three kinds of earthquake. First one, it's caused by volcanic pressure from below, which moves the surface of the ground, of the earth, sorry. The second one, it's when the deep below the surface of the earth, or the ground, there are many holes and caverns which are scrambled and crash down, and this all makes unstable the surface of the ground, and you have also another shaking like fracking and so on and so on. People said that sun and the sun flares cause the earthquakes, but this is not the truth. This is not the truth. Believe me, this is not the truth. Because you cannot predict the sun flare. Okay? Sun flare is not predictable. So you can predict earthquake according to the sun flare. So sun flares, 0 point, nothing, completely wrong. Something else, tectonic plates, the movement of tectonic plates, what Dutchin said, this is completely wrong. And I don't want to argue about this. I will let these people enjoy their work, and I know what I'm doing, and I demonstrate you today how precisely the earthquake can be predicted. Do you know what does it mean when you are saying that earthquake will be in a certain time and you miss only 2 minutes the earthquake. Because if we are talking about the days, if we are talking about days, that means that if I tell you that for 3 days there will be earthquake in Japan or in Bosnia or in Croatia or in Italy, you can prepare yourself not to get hurt or even to save some of your goods from the house, which are valuable, like I don't know what. So making a prediction like I did today, and I made a prediction about more than 40 earthquakes, and each one each one was precisely guessed. And now this is the just beginning of this, story. Now we need people who are very good in their business with their knowledge, with the computer programming. I need one or two guys who is very good with astrophysics, but they have to do exactly what I know, not what they've been learning in school or in university, because this ball is not holding the water. It means it not works. The science is completely wrong about this. I must tell you also that the way that I discover how earthquakes work, it was very paranormal way. And I will never forget the day when I came to the point that comets are causing the earthquake. There is some higher force, I mean a really higher force, who are helping me in this matter. And I'm not kidding about this at all. You don't have to trust me, I don't care. So now we are in a good path. Very good path. This is I may freely say that today, what you've been following on my channel in the past 8 hours, it's belonged to the history. Now I have to decide what I will do with this what I can do with this findings or with this patent. I don't want to hold this patent for me, and but neither I don't want to give to someone who will make a lot of money and I will get shit for it, you know. So there's 5 years behind me. I spent so much time behind a computer. I examined thousands of earthquakes. I don't know how many hours I put in this discover. I mean, so many that nobody can understand that. And I didn't get any money for it. I'd like to use this moment to thanks to all my donators who are helping me with their donations to buy some equipment which I need. Unfortunately, I lost one big screen monitor of 42-inch. It's just broke. I mean, electrically broke it, and I have to buy another one. And I don't know when this will happen because I don't have money at all. I am completely broke. I can say truly that I am completely broke because I cannot do this what I'm doing and spending some 8 hours somewhere, because in the fact that the life is going in that way, that I will work somewhere for 8 hours, I'll probably never discover something like this. So now I can make a lot of money with this. I am aware of this. I mean, so much money that you cannot possibly imagine. But also, it may happen that I don't get for this not even a cent. And I did not this. I did not this for the money, because I don't get any money from this. The only money that I get from this is from the good people who are donate their money, who trust in me and in my work. And I want to thank you again. Thank you. I mean, really thank you from my heart, because I must be very, very, how do you say, very, what is it? I don't know what is the word for this or expression. I have to be very, very honest, let's say honest, and say that without your donations, I will probably never be able to come to this point of this very, very important discovery. So to all the people who are offending me, hate me, call me arrogant or whatsoever, yes, I am arrogant, because I know what for I am arrogant. Because in a case that I was listening to these stupid people who keep on pushing their agenda on my channels, try to putting me down, and all other kinds of offending me and my family, even my dog and my dead father and grandmother, and I don't know who they covered all with their agenda. And if I were just a bit one level lower than my attitude, I will never be here with this discovery. So I don't know how many of you are been watching my video in the last 8 hours, but I can tell you in 8 hours, that means from the noon today, November 3rd, from the noon until 8 o'clock in the evening, I covered all earthquakes in the area of central Italy, from the place called Montigliano, and because Montigliano, okay, because I was focused to this area because of the what's happening there in the last year. So Accumoli, Castel San Angelo sul Nera, Maltignano, and all these places in Italy, which was hit but very, very strong earthquake. These people are poor. They rest without anything. They lost everything. They're mostly old people, because these are are small towns where the young people went to the big cities and they are remaining mostly alone. It doesn't matter that we are talking about Italian, Japanese, Germans, Hungarian, American, or Australian. It doesn't matter at all. These are the people like me and you. And now, once again, I have to repeat for you something what you should remember. So, the prediction of the earthquake in that way, which I use here on my channel, it's possible only for the local areas, not for the whole globe. Okay? I cannot predict earthquake, for example, in Japan if I am looking at a segment in Italy. Neither I can go here and there from minute to minute or from hour to hour, because now it's very clear that we have to deal with this. I have to teach people to use this to recognize the earthquake, and each one will cover their own area, and this area will be, after that, completely covered from any danger of the earthquake. So if you live in New York, that will be the software which will cover the territory of New York, and not only New York, let's say a territory about 200, 300 kilometers. Okay, let's say like this. Okay, this is what it's suitable for the software. So you understand that this is much more easier to do than to build a software that is like Google Earth, because the Google Earth, it's very, very complex software, and if you combine the Google Earth with the astronomical program, then you have to run very super and one more supercomputer, because this is it will be dealing, this software should be dealing with very, very much with big number of data, which is impossible to be acceptable to a simple man. If we build about 1,000 or 2,000 local software which will cover your local area, then you are safe, because the most important is you. And you are everywhere. Each one of you are somewhere. So we cannot build the software which will throw out the results for next few hours in a whole world. This is stupid, and it's not suitable at all. This may be suitable for some curiosity, for fun, but not for life and houses and material possession of people, and so etc., etc. So what do we need now? We need local area software, which will cover certain area. I don't know how big area it's suitable to do, because you don't have to do a lot of mapping here. You make a detailed map of local area, and you will get, for example, 200 kilometer with 200 kilometer, and this is, I think, enough to predict the earthquake, or to see if you are in the danger in a certain time of the week, month, or year. So most of this software will probably work in vain because some areas are not affected with the earthquake at all. You have aftershocks, and like in Italy, there was an earthquake in Italy, and then you have how do you say, consequences in Bosnia, in Croatia, in Hungary, in Austria, and all around this area, also in Italy, in other parts of Italy, you have these consequences of this shaking, of this mega quake or strong quake. So this is it for now. I can show you now, if you want, a few more predictions, and I have to put back my screen share, and I will show you now how to predict the earthquake. So here we go. I will show you now. This is now. It's 21:46. Now, if I go forward 30 times, I pick up here 30 times, and I go forward, then you can see that very soon Akumoli will have an earthquake. This one is going very, very fast here. And the other one is almost static. But this one is approaching very, very fast. So I will tell you now the next earthquake or two, because from below coming one more orbit under the 90 degrees here. You see that here? And I will tell you now when will the next earthquake be. So the next earthquake will be, first one at 10:07 p.m. So I will write this in the comment box now. So next earthquake. That means that it may be some differences, because in my previous video, I ran forward, and then it comes out that the earthquake will be at 8 o'clock, but when it was running in reality, it was delayed for 6 minutes, so it was at 8 or 6. So don't take me for the word, because maybe this program have some how can I say, not precisely time when you speed up the time, so maybe losing some seconds or jumping over the time, and it's not so. No, now it's 21:48. So according to this position here, for 20 minutes, we will have an earthquake in central Italy. Here, this is the Martignano, here it is, and this is Accumuli. So let me tell you something about this epicenter. These epicenters are fixed, but earthquake is not hitting this. It could be, it may be here, it may be here, it may be also here, even here or here, where I'm showing you with my arrow. You understand that? So earthquake may be anywhere here on the screen. So this prediction here, it's not very accurate, because I don't know where the epicenter will be here on this. But this is about I don't know, maybe 150 kilometer in the diameter. So this is in fact very precisely, because if I announce an earthquake in 150 kilometer area, square kilometers, then you know that anyone from this place may be hit with this earthquake. So your attention must be very, very smart, and you must be ready for the earthquake. So what I don't know here is what will be the magnitude of this earthquake. It may be 6.7, it may be above 7, it may be 3.5, it may be 2.2. Well, this is what I'm not seeing now, because this is very, very complex, because I need to see much more larger area to calculate the magnitude of the earthquake. I believe that everything is here, even the magnitude, everything is here. We just need to read in the right way what is going on with this data. So now, if you have any question, if you want to ask me something, please put your answer in the chat box, and I will answer you on that question. Okay. And in the meantime, we will wait for this earthquake, and then we'll check later in the earthquake list to prove you that at 10:07 we will have an earthquake. So I will go now to the now time. Now it's 21:52, and we are waiting for this line here to come here. Okay. So if you have any question, you can freely enter your question in the chat box and ask whatever you like. Thank you. Okay, we have a first question here. Are there any chance that Balkan countries could get hit? Yes, it's a very big chance that we will have an earthquake. Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, all territory of ex-Yugoslavia, Greece, Albania, Romania, Bulgaria, even maybe Hungary and Austria and Italy. These are the areas that are now in a very big danger because of the number of the comets that were not here before. This comet just arrived here. So there's when I go back in the history, when I start to dealing with these earthquakes, I first thought that the constellation caused the earthquake. And I was right. I didn't know then that the comets are within this constellation and they are traveling and rotating with the constellation. So when the Draco constellation come over, you better run because Draco brings a lot of comets with it and very dangerous one. So Balkan now it's in real danger. Okay, in a real danger. This what is happening in Italy. It could happen anytime, anywhere in this area that I've been given the warning in May. I made a warning in May, and I warned the people that we're going to have above 6 and 6, 5, mostly 4.5, which is very strong earthquake. Don't fool yourself. 4.5, it's very dangerous earthquake. The seismologists only want to make you think that these are not dangerous earthquake. But this is very dangerous earthquake. Very dangerous earthquake. So now let me show you something. Just a moment. I will show you something very good. Just a moment. I will show you one picture that I take today or yesterday. Just a moment to find it, and I will show you that. It's very important for me to show you this. Here it is. Here it is. I will show you this one just a moment. Okay, now let me show you this. This is very important. I want to show you what is the... Now, watch this very carefully. This is the number of earthquakes for a year worldwide. And this is the energy which is released equivalent to the kilograms of trinitotoluol, which is TNT. Now, let me show you something. Watch this. 4 Richter scale, it's light earthquake, no noticeable shaking. Look at that here. This is the half of Hiroshima atomic bomb. And this is the 6th strong earthquake. This is what hit Italy. And this is between 6 and 7. It's major earthquake, damage, billions lost, and billions of damage and loss of life. This is the between 6 and 7. Okay, now we are dealing in this area of Balkan, Italy, Austria, Greece, Albania, Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Macedonia, Montenegro, Croatia, Italy. We are dealing with this range of earthquake. First, when I was warned, it was between 4.45 till 5.5. I said barely will touch the 6 Richter scale, maybe above 6, 6.4, 6.5. It was exactly happened what I said. Okay. You put a question, is the earthquake of the 10 or more Richter scale possible with the actual situation of unknown space bodies? Yes, it's possible, but there will be no, there will be no warning before this. So there will be no shaking of the ground with 4, 3 with 5 with 6. I think if anything happened like this, it's gonna hit 10 immediately, and it's gonna be, you know, like boom. And as you can see, 10, Chile in 1960 was just below this 10. So Chile, earthquake in Chile in 1960 was the strongest earthquake which ever happened to the world. So yes, 10, it's very, very possible. And who knows what caused this earthquake here? Because when you start to research the history of the world with the comets, then you find yourself in a rabbit hole, because nobody mentioned any comets from the past. They are hiding this information from the people. If you get any information about the comets, this information will be very, very poor, and you can be sure that there is no any of these comets from the past in the astronomical program. So instead, that they made something like this. Let me show you that this is very important. So you see here, this is the orbit of the comet here. See that? Now, if they were clever, but they were not, I mean, the people who were making this program, they will do something very, very wise. And I will show you what is it. When you touch with your mouse, for example, you have a star here or a comet. When you touch this comet, you get an info which comet it is, how far it is, etc., etc. But look at how stupid this is. Now we can see, sorry, we can see this orbits are passing here, but when you touch this orbit, there is no any fucking info to whom this orbit belongs. Because if I can get the information who is the owner of this orbit, I can make a calculation, trigonometry, and I can tell you the magnitude, and I can tell you the epicenter. This is what here it's not present. So you can touch. I mean, do you know what does it mean? Look at what does it mean. I mean, let me show you something. These are only orbits. Now I will turn on the names of the comets. Now watch this. Watch this comet. This white, you see that how many comets are here visible on the screen? Barely 10 or 12. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 comets are circling around Europe now, here. But look how many orbits are present from the other comets above this. And this make this weak earthquakes, and I don't know whatsoever. Something is going on here. I don't know what. So, okay, this is it. So now if we zoom in any part of the world, I can move this just a moment. I will show you. This is not only here, this is all over the, watch this. You see that here? Just a moment. What the fuck is this blue line here? Huh? Okay, now you see that here. Now this is the United States. Look at how many comets are in the Pacific. This is the Los Angeles here. Now, you see? Now, if I zoom in, you will see that this is not that big chaos as it looks, you know. Here it is. Now, we got Southern California, and we got now the orbit of some comet which is approaching here. You understand? So let me see now, just a moment. Let me see. It was the, already the, I have to go back. I'm sorry. Because we wait for the earthquake. It's 10:05. So I have to go back to our crime scene to show you the earthquake in the Italy. Where is it? Aha, it's here. Okay, we are here. Okay. Now we have earthquake here. Here it is. Let me see, is it over or is it arrived? Just a moment. Yes, it's 10:07. You see, 10:07 will be the earthquake. 10:07. Now let me see what is the situation with the earthquake here in the on the earthquake list. 10:07. Okay. Okay, so we have 9:47. At 9:47, it was an earthquake in central Italy. So let's check out 9:47. It's here. 9. Okay, we can go by minutes. 9:47. Here it is. You see that here? This line in 1947 is present here. So somewhere here is an epicenter. Okay? Somewhere here is an epicenter. Because this epicenter it's not always here. These are only the controlling towns where this is all happening. Understand? I cannot go to every village for the, you know, if I must enter all this, they're all the same. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Central Italy. Look how close they are. They're one next to another. You understand? So I cannot do this because this takes a lot of time to. So now we are waiting. Here it is. This is Nevada. Just a moment. This is Nevada. Now we are waiting for the Central Italy earthquake, which will be shortly here. Just a moment. Let's see for seismologists what is the just a moment. Lost data contributions. So that you see Central Italy. This is 9:47. I show you this. Now we wait for the lesson that. Okay, now I have a question here. I see the question in the Chris K. Do you see anything on your chart saying California will get 5+ quake soon? Well, Chris, I just been talking about this issue for over an hour now, and it's I cannot tell you this right now. This is the problem with this option. Let me show you something. As you can see, I already show you that I am dealing now I'm dealing now with a special area in Italy. Just for example, this is the example which can be uh, taken for in practice in any part of the world, in California, in anywhere. So I need to go in California and see the position of many astronomical bodies, and then take certain area where you live, for example, I don't know, in Los Angeles, San Diego, or whatever whatsoever, and then I must focus on this area. And it takes a few days. It's not so easy, and then I can predict any earthquake in this area exactly on minute, and I can go months forward. You understand? So if I go months forward, there'll be some loss of time probably, and uh, I may be miss. I may made a mistake about 10 minutes, 6 minutes, 2 minutes. I don't know, 4 minutes. It depends. I don't know. I'm just guessing now. But what I want to tell you, it's what is the point of this? The point is that we need for each area separated software which is only valuable for this area, which will which will be suitable for this part of the country, any country in the world. So if you're living in Southern California or Northern California, you may take a part of this map, and there will be someone who will make the software which will be suitable for your area. I mean, there is no any how do you say uh, advantage or whatsoever for any area, because anyone can ask me to go anywhere. If I now go jump from one area to another, I will do nothing, because you need to study this. I did not pick up this area of central Italy randomly. No, I did not. I pick up this area because this area now it's proving that these orbits are causing the earthquake. Now we have the orbit. It's 1012. It's going to be another earthquake. I will put this here. 2212. Just a moment. 2212. Was an earthquake. So we can check this out because it's not probably listed in their list. So, Chris, do you understand what I say? If you understand, please answer me. I do understand. If you are not understand, I will try to answer you this in few more details so you can understand. This is all an how do you call like a slot machine. This is like a slot machine. You are pulling this arm and you will all these three signs be equal, or in some kind of in some combination which will bring the money, you know, slot machine. So the earthquakes are doing exactly the same. The only difference between the slot machine and earthquakes are that earthquakes are predictable and the slot machine is not predictable. Okay, now I will go to take some coffee. I'll be back for about 5 minutes. Thank you and stay tuned. Okay, here I am. Well, Chris, I see your answer. It's not about your home. It's not about the state. It's about the local area. You know, the local area. It's much more easier to control their whole state, because whole state it's very big, especially in the United States. It's very big area. A larger area it is, it's harder to predict the earthquake. So you have to focus on your own town or county or something like this. Then you can predict the earthquake much more easily than when you are dealing with the whole state, or help me God, continent or whole globe. Okay, so this is not about the priority, because like I will do that for me because I live in Croatia and I don't care for United States. No, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. I want to make this clear and loud. So this is this is about spending time research this area. So if you ask me now to tell you what's going to happen in Japan next few weeks, for example, this is the same thing as someone asked me what's going to happen in the Spain next few weeks. So why should the Japan, United States, Spain, Croatia, Austria, any area will be more get more priority than any other country, because you may research area of Japan, and while you research it, there will be earthquake, for example, in Spain or in Italy or in Croatia, with the loss of life. You understand me? So if we are divide this world like this screen here in the squares, and each one of you take care of one square, then we cover all the world, and there will be no unknown and sudden earthquakes. I mean, do you understand now? This is what is the meaning of this. So we need to separate all sections of the world in the small pieces, and each one of you can easily be focused on that area and work for the community, for the interest of your community. So you can easily predict in that way. Anyone can easily predict earthquake with this program in advance, but only for his area, okay? Only for this county, for his town, or whatsoever. This is the point. And that's why I choose today this part of the central Italy to show you how precisely this is when you are focused in a certain area. You understand? So this area here, this is the area that I'm covering now. This is the part of Italy that is covered here. I mean, I covered that much, from even more, from here to here, like this. This area is covered here with my research today, with my prediction today. Okay, it's not possible to jump from the region to region and to be successful with this because you are not doing a good job. You have to focus yourself like I did today in one area, and this area was 100% sure today. Everything what I predict, it came out true because it was very clear what is going on in this area. So okay, now let me see if any is there any news here. Here it is. Here it is. I told you. Oh, red. Look at that here. Let me show you my guess. So my guess was my prediction was in just a moment. I have to go back. It was 10:0 what? My prediction was 10:0 local time. Just a moment. Okay. I said next earthquake will take place at 22 hours and 7 minutes. Look when it was 22 hours and 10 minutes. I missed for 3 minutes the epicenter. For 3 minutes. You see? And it was I don't know, half past 9, I think, when I predict this. 30 minutes prior to this earthquake. People, do you understand what I have found? I told you, there was not, this was not on the list. It has come now on the list, and this is the earthquake that I predict. Do you understand now? So I predict earthquake, which is 3.7. So here we go. I don't think that it's very sad that only 10 people is watching this video. I mean, you who are present here on this presentation, I may call this a presentation, it's you are part of the history. Okay? You are a part of the history. Don't know what to say. So, thank you for participating in this event. I don't know what else can I say. I can go on with this prediction on and on and on, and I don't know what to say. But this is, I mean, really something. And I hope that I can repeat this live cover. If you have any more questions, you can ask. It's funny that some YouTubers who are dealing so-called with some prediction, which is bullshit. It's a complete bullshit what they're doing, and they have thousands of people watching their videos and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I think that what I did show tonight and today, it's I mean without any competition, because no one ever did something like this what I did today. And this is only one very good reason to continue to do what I'm doing. And I mean that I will do that tomorrow also, because tomorrow the moon is on 21% of illumination. And in effect, I must admit that I thought that today will be very strong earthquake during the third lunar day, but it was not. So I don't know, is there any other area was hit by strong earthquake? I think it's not. It's which is very strange. And but we have tomorrow new phase which bring strong earthquake. So we will see what is going on with this lunar phase. It don't have to be earthquake. It may be something else. So who knows what's happened today during this third lunar day? Maybe somewhere was some big trouble, and we are not aware of it because the media are not covering this matter and or this event. So we are completely uninformed. Oh, it was beautiful day today in Croatia, in Rijeka, and Yesterday it was so cloudy that I thought that we have a week of rain, but this is very strange. Yesterday something was shining behind the clouds on the southeast, and today it was all clear, like nothing happened. So I think that yesterday they covered something with these clouds, what was passing very low on horizon, not very low, like a new moon. New moon is always very low on above the horizon, and I don't know what's going on there, but that is very strange, really strange. So let me see what's going on with this orbits. They are going away, okay. So I will keep on watching for a while these orbits. Thank you for witnessing this event, because I don't think that anybody will ever believe you. What did you saw today on my channel? And I don't know if this data will remaining on my channel or not, but I would like that people see this video and to see that this is possible. When whoever said that this is not possible, I mean, what can I tell him? I could just laugh. And then I'm arrogant, and so on, so on. Whoa, 2310. Pescar. As you can see, here it is, 2213. It's a 1 plus hour. It's my prediction was 2315 as the second one, and that's the 2 minutes difference. Okay, so I'm right again, and Oh, yeah. Now we have a little break until midnight. It's almost 30 minutes Nothing happened. And then at midnight and 13:23 nothing happened. Midnight and 10, we should see another earthquake in this area. And I download all previous video which last 8 hours because this is a document that surely take good place in my computer and my archive. It's 2 gigabyte, 2.4 gigabyte large file, but I don't know. Unfortunately, there is no chat where you can see that I predicted the earthquake, but you can see the time on the astronomical program where I go in forward, and later in that time we got an earthquake there. Unfortunately, few people watching this video, but I think that even the people who will come tomorrow or beyond tomorrow watch this video, they will know, be aware what they are looking at, because it's a little bit hard to understand what I'm showing here without telling you what you are looking at and without seeing the chat box. They don't find this very, very interesting at all. So this is the prediction for the after midnight. Now it's 23:50, 51, and we have about 19 minutes until the earthquake hit the ground in central Italy. I would like to see the position of the moon in this time now. On the separate monitor, but unfortunately, my monitor, another monitor, is broke, and maybe it's possible to uh, take this monitor to the service. Maybe someone could repair this. Maybe it's not a big trouble, but anyway, I don't have money for it, and so it's whatsoever equal to me what kind of a trouble it's in the TV monitor. Believe me, since I started to work with this 42-inch LED TV, I'm using this TV as a monitor, uh, I see much more better than on small monitor. It's completely different story when you have equipment like this. Everything is much more bigger and clear and larger and easier to see. This is an earthquake. Here it is. I go back. 024. This is an earthquake. 024. So we can wait for this earthquake will come out on the list. We just have to wait because it takes some time until the Euro-Mediterranean Seismological Center release this data out for the public on their webpage. Here it is, 0024. It was an earthquake in central Italy, which is not yet released, but I put in my tab box 0024, which is 0024 exactly. In a second, I guessed this one. Oh, I'm very proud of it. So here it is, 0024. That is earthquake. Let me show you this earthquake. Now let me show you 0024. Now watch this. Just a moment. 0024. Here it is, 0024. Here is the earthquake. Just a moment, because this seconds also. And watch Maltignano, 0024. Let me see the seconds. In 14 seconds, what is the seconds here? Here are the 49 seconds. So this is it. I told you already, the 3.2, this is one of the strongest today. So 23:24, the local time, it's, just a moment. Here it is, local time, it's, where is the local time? This is the UTC. Just a moment. Okay, we will wait for the official list here. So I will show you the official list. It could be any moment now. 23:24 is plus 1 hour. It's 00:24 exactly. So this is the earthquake at 00:25, as you can see here. This is the orbit passing through Maltignano right at 00:24. Now we wait for the official data here. We just wait for the official list from them. It's very shaky ground in Italy. And after this one, it's coming. I'm going to sleep because I'm very tired and I am almost 11 hours online. And this is really exhausted thing to do. So I will wait for this last one and the confirmation, and then I'm going to sleep because I barely see the screen. I'm just waiting for the. Here it is. This is the earthquake, and this is the time 024, and this is the data that we've been waiting for. Data is still moved out. I'm waiting for the data is still moved out. I'm waiting for the official list. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's refresh it. Here it is, 024. Let me show you this, and this is the last one for today because I cannot stand it more. Here it is, local time, 024. If you can read the data in my chat, you can see that I showed this one and this one this here, and the time is here, 024. As you can see, the orbit passing right through the Maltinano at 024. What is the earthquake? So that will be all for tonight. Thank you very much for your participation. I hope that you are now convinced that comets cause the earthquake on the ground. People who are denying my findings are not feeling very well now. Of course, I wouldn't also, because when somebody bursts your bubble, what said someone in my comment box a few days ago, guy said that, sorry to burst your bubble. Well, you didn't burst your bubble, you burst your own bubble, you know. And that will be all for tonight. Thank you very much and stay tuned. I will do that tomorrow again.